Newsday continues here on One News Now Business. I'm Danny Laurel. Now here are the biggest stories on the economic and corporate fronts. The Philippine Economic Zone Authority has approved 3.8 billion pesos worth of investments in the month of February. The agency said that amount is 112% higher than the nearly 1.8 billion pesos approved investments in the same month of last year. At least 12 new and expansion projects have been given the green light. 5 of these are for export manufacturing. Month-on-month, though, the figure is lower than the 6 billion pesos worth of approved investments in January. Bangko Sentral Governor Felipe Medalla says the public should give the proposed Maharlika Investment Fund a chance. Medalla told the chiefs that President Bongbong Marcos should be given room for, quote, learning by doing. The MIF bill is among the priority measures of the current administration despite criticisms over possible corruption.
After all, our country has tried so many things. I'll give him a shot. That's my view. And also, it's not a good idea that a project where the president has really thinks will. I think, my own analysis is he really thinks it's good for the country. So let's give him a shot.
Now, in the same interview, Medalla assured the public that the government is finding the right set of people to run the MIF.
Given the scrutiny that this project has been through, I think the effort to get the highest quality people will be there. So, kasi grabe ang attention eh. You cannot have a huge orchestra saying tatatang, tang, tang, tapos ang lalabas daga, no? So I think that the current situation, there is a must perform attitude, which I would encourage in this particular case.
Senator Nancy Binay questions the need for the Maharlika Investment Fund when there is the National Development Company already. Binay said the NDC should be able to deliver what the proposed Maharlika Fund offers amid the urgent need to fund priority projects.
Ito Maharlika Fund or the Maharlika Corporation, syempre may birth pains to at the beginning. Yung National Development Company, kumbaga napagdaanan niya na yung birth pains na yun eh.
Ma'am, when
if really there's a sense of urgency to fast-track development, to fund projects.
But NDC General Manager Antonio Mauricio clarified that the agency is an investment arm of the government for smaller-scale projects. Mauricio added that the NDC may instead complement the MIF.
NDC may focus on investment gaps, including support to MSMEs. This is something that we think is complementary to the Maharlika Fund if it does push through. Number 2, we can be a primary vehicle for equity financing for smaller projects of the government as opposed to Maharlika's big tickets.
The country's debt-to-GDP ratio is seen to ease only after 2024. That is according to the Philippine Institute for Development Studies. A study by PIDS showed that the ratio may peak at 66.8% this year until 2024 before it eases to 66.4% in 2025. The think tank sees the ratio declining only if there are no policy reversals or structural breaks. PIDS also says that so long as the country does not acquire new substantial debt, the ratio should decline while GDP growth rate increases. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Danny Laurel. The Bangko Sentral looks to cut the reserve requirement ratio of banks to encourage them to cut transaction fees on small value digital payments. BSP Governor Felipe Medalla says the BSP is eager to cut the RRR to 10% and even make it lower than 10% if banks will waive fees on small bank-to-bank transactions. Medalla says small value transactions could include digital transfers of up to 500 pesos, noting that a fee of up to 20 pesos for a 200 peso transaction is, quote, quite large relative to the amount being sent. The current RRR for big banks is at 12%. Medalla also tells the chiefs that free small value fund transfers will help lessen the production of coins.
Maybe the shift to this one will give us a lower cost alternative to printing coins, minting coins, and printing money. Then the BSP has savings. Now, therefore, the BSP is incentivized to find a way to make this a substitute for the 1,000-year-old technology that we have, which is coins and paper bills. And that's a good reason for the BSP to say, hey, private sector, you do this, we might cut reserve requirements. We will compensate you. If you do this, we may cut supervisory fees.
Elon Musk regains his spot as the world's richest person. Musk's net worth climbed to $187.1 billion, buoyed by a surge in Tesla's stock price. Musk briefly lost the title of world's richest to Francis Bernard Arnault. While Musk enjoys a boost in Tesla stocks, the New York Times reports another Twitter layoff, this time with around 200 people removed from the workforce. Another report by The Information said the layoffs aims to offset a plunge in revenues. Russia's war in the Ukraine has already entered its second year, and as the fighting continues, Bloomberg's Matis Kabash spoke with citizen volunteers who are risking their lives to aid the frontline efforts. Watch this.
When Russia invaded Ukraine, I recorded phone calls with people around the country to find out what they're going through. Now, 1 year into the war, we're going to call them back. Когда мы с вами разговаривали в прошлом году в марте, вы эвакуировали людей вокруг Киева.
Волонтеры, которые пытались вывести людей с Бучи, их расстреляли.
Работаете ли вы до сих пор волонтером?
После разных, к сожалению, потерь наших друзей и знакомых, то мы засновали благотворительную организацию, которая называется «Гуркит», и мы продолжаем помогать как цивильным на деоккупированных территориях, так продолжаем помогать военным. В прошлые выходные наша команда 3 автобусами ездила в Херсонскую область. К сожалению, там тоже попадали под обстрелы.
Упомянули, что вот вы потеряли друзей и коллег. Могли бы, пожалуйста, рассказать, если можно?
У меня за прошлый год 9 знакомых, которых я как-то особенно много, и своих друзей и знакомых. И они теперь мертвы, их убили. Но просто обидно, что очень хорошие люди отдают свою жизнь, чтобы такие, как я, возможно, даже как вы, имели спокойствие и меньше проблем и забот. Для нас это принципиально победить и выстоять. Это наша земля, это наши люди. Мы ее будем отстаивать, и мы победим.
Алло. В прошлом году разговаривали, вы были на обороне города. Через что вы прожили за последний год?
After nearly half of a year in territorial defense, me and some of my friends started volunteering. We helped volunteers who were going to the front line, and I have seen Bucha, I have seen Ukraine, many cities destroyed by Russians. Also in the Dnipro right now, everybody got used to the thought of being struck by a Russian missile. Everybody understands that we can die any second. It's some kind of a painless void, I can say. Russians damaged us, but they never will win.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star and Business World online, or visit our website, onenews.ph. For more in-depth analysis, you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now. That's at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I'm Danny Laurel. Join us again at 2 p.m. We are One News, all sides, all the time.